Hi friends, welcome to webcam. In this video, I'm going to discuss CSS box sizing property and CSS media queries. So these properties will help us to design the responsive website or responsive web page. So we will understand everything, what is a responsive web page and how to use the media query to make the web page element responsive, or what is mean by responsive. So before that, I will talk about box sizing. Okay. So let's say I have a one div here, and inside of this div, or I will say parent for this. I will say class parent for this. Okay. And inside this div, I have two more divs. And I have to align these two divs horizontally. So what I can do, I will say dot parent, and for parent I will take width of yes, what 100% width it should take. Okay. Later on, what I will do, I will add style to this also, or okay, no content is added, no problem. So I will say dot parent, I will give the property to the child divs. Okay. And I will say width it should take off 50%. And later on I will say, okay, once it has taken a width, I want those divs should be displayed as a inline block. Okay, why I'm taking inline block? Because I wanted to give the height and width to these divs, and they should be on horizontal line. So now the thing is, okay, I will show you how it looks. It will not show anything because we have not added any properties. So internally, inline CSS I will add here, and I will say background color. And background color I will add one is a blue violet, and for second one I will add another color, so that we can see the difference between these two divs. Okay, so this is how I have added background color. Since there is no content, it is not taking up, I will add little bit content. I will say 1 and 2, so that it should take some of the width. Now they are taking 50% width, they are displayed, but they are not floated. So I want this, they should float left to each other, so that they will come on horizontal line. So this is how I have aligned two divs. So I will add height here, so that it should reflect, or it should take some height. Okay, now in a box model, what I told is, whenever we calculate width of any element, so that width is actually the width of div, that is what 50%. And if we add padding or margin or border, that will be again counted to the total width of div. Means what will happen if I add padding to these two, and I will say padding of 20 pixel, and here you will see the effect that it will means the width will be above 50%. That's why it is not taking on the same line. So if I increase the padding by 200 pixel, you can see the effect that its background is enlarged. So it has taken a padding from all the side. That's why you are seeing this div size is very bigger. Just to show you the effect, I want this to be a 20 pixel. Okay, and this is okay. Ideally, it should both the div should come on one horizontal row or in a row, but it is not, because whatever the padding we have added, it's considered inside the total width, and the total width means this total width, 50% of it, whatever pixel that's okay will change as per the screen, but 50% plus 20 pixel, that's why it is coming, the second div is coming on new line, and I don't want to do that. Okay, what I want whatever, if I add border, if I add padding, if I okay add any size of padding and border, it should be considered inside this 50% only. Means it should not extend its actual width. It should not extend its actual width, or the div size should not get affected by the border or padding. In that case, you have to say, or you have to use the border box property. Okay, and box sizing property with the value of border box. Okay, now you will see that again these two divs will come on this area, and it has taken 20 pixel of padding inside a div width. So this is the use of box sizing property. Whenever we use box sizing is equal to border box, it will not allow to extend the width or to increase the width by padding and border. If I add the border, it will reduce. Okay, or you will see the effect. I will increase this to 50 pixel, and you will see the effect that still that will not be changed, but this content is moved by 50 pixel, but again there will not be any effect of that padding on the div size. This is the box sizing is equal to, or box sizing is as a border box. And this is very important property whenever you are going to design the web pages. Along with this property, we must need to declare these two property, margin 0 and padding 0. So this will remove the default margin and padding of any element. And this is star is a universal selector, so it will be applicable for all the elements of HTML from that page. This is how it works. So these three properties must need to write for any web page design. So that your layout should not get hampered by margin, or not margin, okay, padding and border. Margin is something that is outside of border, so it may affect, but that will not play a role in border box, because inside a border box, border, padding and content width, these three things are considered only. Okay, so this is the use of box sizing, or whenever we use or whenever we declare this, actually width it takes 50% of its page, but content width is getting reduced by 50 pixels, and that's why you are able to see that it leaves some space from border to content by 50 pixel from top side, left side, because we have only used padding. Or I would like to demonstrate this on another way. Okay, so what I will do, I will say, I will take this, okay, control Z, I will say 1, 2, okay. Let me move this element out, and Okay, inside this div, let me keep one div only inside of one div. And I will say parent 1 and parent 2. I will say parent 1 and parent 2. Here I will not take width of 50 pixel. I will say 200 pixel only width I need. Okay, and the elements will come on side of each other. Since okay, I have changed this, parent will not be applicable. Parent 1 again, parent 1 should not take that much width. Okay, let me remove everything and I will demonstrate in another way. Let me keep that properties, but I don't want this to be applicable for all the elements so that I can demonstrate. What I will do, I will say first div. Okay, and I will say class first. Later on I will add one more div. I will say div, and I will here I will say space class second. So like this I can create two divs. Okay, I have created two divs. What I will do, for first I will not take box sizing property, and for first I will say width of 200 pixel. Okay, width of 200 pixel. Then I will say height of 200 pixel. Okay, and background color. Okay, I will keep the blue for first. Same properties I will apply to the second element also. But I will change background color to green. So this is how I have created two divs. I will float this div, or let's keep this, that will not be a constraint. So I can declare the common property for div only, and divs will be floated as mentioned. So I said div should float left. Now what I will do, I will go here and I will add padding. When I add a padding of 50 pixel, you will see the first size of first div will get increased by that amount. Okay, means top 50 and bottom 50 is equal to 100 pixel size is increased for first div. And for second div, again I will increase, or I will add the padding of 50 pixel. It will remain same as per the first div. But if I apply the box sizing property to this, box sizing is equal to border box, you will see the effect that it will not change its original height and width. Only content gets adjusted, means content width is reduced. Here in that case, content width is not reduced. In first, in case of first div, my content width is 200 pixel, but in case of second div, when I use the box sizing property as a border box, my width would be reduced by 50 pixel padding from left, from right, from all the sides I can say. And the after subtracting whatever would be the remaining width is a content width. So here in this case, if I have a 200 pixel of width, and if I subtract the 100 pixel padding from left and right side, so remaining width is, means 100 pixel width is remaining for the content. So this is what happen when we use border box property. Okay, now I would like to discuss something about mean width and max width. Okay, let me keep only one div here as a first. I don't need this second properties. I will remove. I don't need this also. I will say. So far what I did, instead of this, I will use 800 pixel. Okay, and this is my div. So now what I will do here, you can see that when I reduce the size or when I change the size of my browser, the scroll bar is changed. When my width goes above 800 pixels, scroll bar will be removed and div size changing will be stopped. Means you will not see that effect, but internally it is happening. And when I reduce the size of browser window less than 800 pixel, scroll bar, this bottom scroll bar will get added for this 800 pixel to show that much width. But whenever I wanted to work with responsive web design, whenever I want to make the responsive div, or what does mean by responsive div? So whenever I reduce the width, div's width should change. And to work with this kind of element or to make that happen, we have two properties. First property is mean width, second property is max width. Okay, so mean width specify the minimum width criteria. Mean width specify minimum width criteria, and these properties will work on width higher than, means whatever the property we will give, that will work on given value of mean width. Okay, verbally it might be confusing. I will demonstrate. Instead of width, what I will do, I will say here mean width, and mean width as 800 pixel. And if I refresh, you can see that. What you can see that it has taken 100% width. But what we have declared mean width means I declared minimum width. This div should take minimum width of 800 pixel. Maximum width can be anything above 800 pixel. And if I want to show you here, you can see that in this case also scroll bar gets added. But now my width is not limited to 800 pixel. It will change as per my screen size. If I reduce this to 900 pixel or 1000 pixel, so it will not add scroll bar. Or even if I increase the width to 2000 pixel, it will extend, but it will take minimum of 800 pixel. That's why it is adding a scroll bar. Instead of that, if I say max width, okay, just understand the crux what it is doing. And I have said max width means this div should take maximum width of 800 pixel, not beyond that width. Means your page will leave the blank, means that div will not extend to or extend beyond the 800 pixel. And now if I change the my browser width, you are able to see that it is not adding a scroll bar at the bottom side of the page. Why? Because I have said maximum of 800 pixel. I didn't said what is the minimum value. But that's why it is not adding a scroll bar. Minimum can be anything, 1 pixel to 800 pixel, anything can be the minimum. But my div width should not go beyond the 800 pixel. That is the meaning of max width. And these two properties are used when you have to work with MediaQuery. This is the very important property. If you understand the meaning of max width and mean width, then and then only you are able to write the MediaQuery. So now what is a MediaQuery? Right. So CSS has added, okay, media query. It's from CSS 3. Okay, earlier that uh, it was there, but not that much dynamic as media query. So this is the syntax of media query, and media queries are used to check many things. Means what are the things? Media query by default check your browser width, browser height, or your device orientation, resolution. Everything will be internally checked, and accordingly it behaves. So I have to decide when my screen size is less than 800 pixel, what background color should it takes this div, and when my divs or browser width is higher than 800 pixel, what should be the background color. We can give the two different color for two different size of the screen, and for that purpose we need a media query. So media query is helping us to design the pages for mobile layout, tablet layout, and desktop layout. Okay, not only with respect to background color, anything we can change as we want with respect to screen size. With the help of our media query, allow us to break the screen size or break the CSS properties into two groups. One is for smaller screen, one is for larger screen. Okay, and simply I will demonstrate that. So whenever you have to write the media query, you have to say at media. This is what the you need to write always, and it will allow you to add the expression. Means what expression? You have to say what is the screen size. Okay, first we have defined at media screen, means it will check for the screen size. Okay, and what it should check, that we have to declare here. I will say mean width. Okay, and when I say mean width 800 pixel, means maximum can be anything. My background color should be blue. Okay, so when width is minimum of 800 pixel, maximum can be anything, background color should be blue. Similarly, I will break it into the max screen also, and I will say when max screen is 800 pixel, means minimum width can be anything, and in that case I would like to pick this color as a background color. So what it will do, whenever my browser window is larger than 800 pixel, it will change the background color to blue, and whenever my background sorry not background my whenever my width of browser window is less than 800 pixel, it will turn that background color into green. This will happen immediately at our breakpoint. This is what our 800 pixel is, our breakpoint. So I will go here and I will refresh, and you are able to see that it has taken what? It has taken mean width property. That's why the div is covering entire width. Okay, what I will do, I will gradually reduce this. Okay, and the moment it goes less than 800 pixel, you will see the change in color, and this is my threshold. Here it is 800 pixels, somewhere around the size of my browser window, and this is how it allows us to change the property as per the screen size of view. Similarly, we can change not only the what we can say not only the color and background color, we can change height with anything. Whatever the property I have discussed so far in CSS, all the properties will be changed, or we can set the different property for two different sizes of screen. Okay, so let's say I wanted to design a nav bar. I will reduce this. Oh, sorry, not reduce. I will remove this. I will keep the height as it is. That will not be a problem for me. And here I will design. So we are going to see the responsive nav bar, how responsive nav bar can be created for mobile view and for desktop view. And if you want to add the view for or size for what tablet view, we can add as many breakpoints you want, you can create. Okay, so first I will go here. I will say eval. I'm just going to add a list of nav bar. I will say link, not link. Okay, I will use these words HTML. I will not use as of now anchor tag. That is not required to demonstrate this part. But if you want to add the actually hyperlinks, you need to use that. Otherwise, I will keep this much only text inside the li element. Okay, and here I will say HTML, CSS, Java, JavaScript, and Python. So this is what I would like to add to the li. So since li is what kind of element? Li is a block level element, right? And it will take 100% width and it will looks like this. So what I will do, I will go here. I will say dot first eval, and I will say list style. I don't want to add any list style. If you don't know how to design a navbar, you should go for my navbar design video. Okay, and later on what I will do, I will say dot first. I want this text to be horizontally on the screen, means on which screen, when my screen width is greater than 800 pixel. That's why I used mean width. Dot first ul li, and here I will say float left. It will internally convert my block level element into inline element. And I will, the moment I refresh here, you can see the list is now converted to horizontally. Yes, now we can, or I can set the width. I will set width of what? Width of 100 pixel is sufficient for all this. Okay, now it has taken width, and I will reduce this 200 pixel to 80 pixels so that it should looks like a navbar. 800 pixel, I don't want that much. I want 80 pixel. Okay, so now I will bring that text, this li, to the vertically center by using line height property. I will add line height to the li of 80 pixel, and my text will be at center. Now I will increase the width to the 200 pixels so that all 5 elements should get spreaded over the page. Now I will bring the text to the center. I will say text align center, and the text will be horizontally center as per the li size. And this is how it works. So here you can see that it is taking height of 80 pixel, and width it has taken by whatever the width I have declared here, that is of 200 pixel. So this is what the design I have decided to the width when width is higher than, or when browser window width is higher than 800 pixel. Okay. So now what I will do, I will not go here. I will refresh, not refresh. I will change this, and here you can see that size is gone. Means when my width is 800 pixel. Okay, because I have taken 200 pixel width, each two fives are there, it is covering 1000 pixel. That's why Python is coming down. But when my width is goes above 1000 pixel, Python will be in the line of HTML, CSS, JS, and Java. So this is how it works. Okay, if I wanted to restrict that, my breakdown should not go above the 800 pixel. So I will say 150 pixel. So 150 by 5 means it will somewhere around 750 pixel. And now my design would looks like this. Okay, and for smaller screen means when my screen is less than 800 pixel, I can copy this entire properties. Yes, we can copy, and I will declare here. But I don't want this to be vertically, I mean, this should be horizontally. That's why I used to bring the list horizontally. I used float left, but now when my screen size is less than 800 pixel, I don't want that to be displayed horizontally. So I removed float property. Okay, I will refresh, and here you can see that it is taking a height, whatever the height, but that div is taking 800 pixel width. I don't want that. My div should be changed to vertically, right? So here what I can do, I will say instead of 200 pixel height, I will say height auto, and I will set the width of 200 pixel. And now you can see the effect of this page. Yes, for the screen size higher than 800 pixel, my navbar will be horizontal. For the screen size less than 800 pixel, my navbar will be vertical navbar. We can reduce the line height. That is what we have added. If I make this to 40 pixel, you will see this content will be closer to each other. So horizontal navbar and vertical navbar we have seen using MediaQuery. So this is the use of MediaQuery. MediaQuery allow you to break the screen and allow different properties for the different views. Means mobile views, desktop views, tablet views. We can add third property also. Yes, we can add third property also. Yes. So we can go here. I will copy this and I will set this. Okay. Now the thing is, we have breaked screen by using two properties, mean width and max width. And now in that case, now I mean earlier we had two property, means two screen sizes. Now I would like to break the screen size into three. So for mobile view, I will say 500 pixel, up to 500 pixel, not a minimum width. It should be a maximum width. Okay. When I say max width, first. Next, when my max width is 800 pixel. Okay, and at last I will say when my max width is 1100 pixel. Means I will just say this max width is indicating, means minimum width of 500 pixel is for the mobile, right? And 500 pixel to 800 pixel, I should give the property for the tablet. And from 800 pixel to 1100 pixel, it should take the properties is for the tablet, and above 800 pixel, it should take the property for the desktop. Okay, so this is how we can break. But simultaneously, we won't be able to use the mean property, mean width and max width for any, means that will be a confusion. Any of the, I mean, for multiple, more than two media queries. So what I need to do, I have to set here. Okay, what I have to set, when my screen size is 800 pixel, I will go to the inspect. Okay, if you go to this toggle device, okay, and here you will get the layout of each page. First, first will be a mobile. Okay, here it is again mobile. Here it is again mobile, but larger size with 420 pixel. And browser itself providing this facility. And for the tab, it's, I mean, width is 768 pixel, you can see. And for the laptop, max width is 1440 pixel. So, but now you can see that I have declared what I have declared, max width. Max width I have declared by increasing, means first I have declared for the 500 pixel, and later on I have declared for the 800 pixel, and later on I have declared for 1100 pixel. Okay, I will change this to this color so that we will be able to see. Okay, and max width, but for width beyond this I have not declared any property. So what I will do, I will give the default property to this, means this is the general property when my screen size is not declared. So this color will be taken, I will say pink color. Okay, and now you will see the pink color here. Okay, now what I will do, I will reduce the width, but it is not changing my color, right? I want it should change. But remember one point I will mention here about the mean and max. Whenever we use the mean width, we have to write the media query in such a way that less width, means less minimum width, should be declared at last. Similarly, whenever we use max width, so what I did here, okay, you can see here what I did. I said max width of 500 pixel, and after that I said max width of 800 pixel. So for this 800 pixel, my max width can be 500 pixel. That is coming, I mean, 500 pixel is covered in this property also. Yes, it is getting covered. And 800 pixel and 500 pixel both are covered in these properties. So it will be a jumbling for browser, and browser, what browser will do, browser will by default it will take the properties of last given property or last given media query. Okay, and that's why it is taking this color for all the times. Okay, so this is the drawback while we use the max width. And to overcome that, what you need to do, you need to specify the property in such a way that your max width, means maximum width, whatever you mention, you should mention at first that. Okay, and in between these two, I will write this, means I am using max width with decreasing value of width, the sequence I am talking about. Okay, when I use the max width property, my screen, I mean, I have to write the media query in such a way that my screen width should goes decreasing. Okay, and if I refresh the page, okay, if I refresh the page and if I reduce the width, here you can see that it is changing the color. But exactly opposite, when I use the min width, what I need to do, I have to write the media query for minimum width first. Later on, I will write for the middle width. But here means when you have to declare the multiple screen size queries or CSS for multiple screens, don't use mean width and max width together. Because here we have multiple breakpoints. That is 1100 pixel is one of my breakpoint, then 800 pixel is one of my breakpoint, then 500 pixel is one of my breakpoint. Whenever you have only one breakpoint that we did earlier for the 800 pixel to show you the background color change only. So in that case means when you have only one breakpoint, in that case you can use the min width and max width. But when you have multiple, means more than one breakpoint, you should either go with mean width or max width. But whenever you use max width, I would suggest goes, I mean, write the media query in such a way that your max width should be decreased on below media query, as we did here. Otherwise, your media queries will not work. So first, whenever I use the max width, I will write the query for 1100 pixel. Later on, I will write the max width query for 800 pixel, because CSS by default, what CSS will do or browser will do, browser will use the latest properties. And here it, even though it is coming, okay, 800 mean max width 800 pixel means mean width can be anything, and that 800 is covered under this property. But when my browser reaches to this width, it will say, hey, I have a different properties for 800 pixel and below. So it will start referring to this property. When it will reach to this property, again it will say, hey, I have a different properties for 500 pixel width and lesser than 500 pixels, so I will refer for this property. This is how it works. If you want to use the mean width, you should declare the 500 pixel fix, means lesser width first, then slightly increased width or next higher breakpoint. Again you can write the media query for highest breakpoint. Okay, this is how it works. Or at very first, you can say here mean width and max width. So if I wanted to use that, I will say max width. Okay, I have a option to write the multiple screen sizes, declare the multiple screen sizes. So what I am trying to do is, when my max width is that much, means greater than 800 pixel, this should take these properties. And even it is greater than what 800 1100 pixel, again it should take these properties only. Yes, that is also possible. Right. So what I will do, I will remove this float left so that it should take, and height. Okay. For 1100 pixel, it should take my width, full width, and height of 80 pixel. So as I want to make the changes, I will change. Means what I am trying to do, I will show you. When my screen size is greater than 800 pixel, I will write the query here. So in that case, what it should do, it should take height of 800 pixel, it should take background color, and okay, so height I have applied. So now I want this li to be left side. I mean, it should float left. I will use the float left because we are using this at higher screen size. Okay. And if I go here, if I refresh the page and if I change this width to, okay, so when my browser window or screen size is less than 1100 pixel, it is working. So instead of that, what I will do, I can say here, or I can set mean width of 800 pixel, right? So this is my next breakpoint or starting breakpoint. So what browser will do, whenever my screen size is higher than 800 pixel, it will automatically apply these properties only, so that it will take for the entire, right, entire screen size that is what beyond the 800 pixel. So now I would like to add a line height here. Line height of 40 pixel I have added. I mean, it was taken. So now it is at center. So now when my screen size is higher than 800 pixel, the media query, this media query will be applicable. When my screen size is less than this, yes, we can use max width, mean width, but in this way, because if I use the max width 1100 pixel here, it is not taking the property for higher than 1100 pixel. So we can avoid that by using this mean width property also, or if you want to use the max width, you can use max width, but declare the same property outside of this. So if media query is not covering any portion of your screen size, means any screen size, that will be covered by default properties. Okay, what I will do, I will bring this, or I will copy this property on the top first. Okay, this is my default property with this, I mean, irrespective of screen size. Okay, and this is a blue, not blue. I don't want to take blue for this. Okay, I will take yellow for this. And if I go here and if I refresh here, you can see that it is not taking yellow color, but ideally it should take. But if I use the max width here, na, so what will happen? It will say, okay, max, yes, max width of 1100 pixel. So I declared property 1100 pixel, 800 pixel, and 500 pixel. So these are my breakpoints. And if my width goes above 1100 pixel, now it will change this yellow color to, I mean, background color to yellow. And when my, this is the default properties, I mean, without any height and width we have given. If my screen size is goes less than 1100 pixel, you can see that it is changing the color to this. Again, when my screen size goes less than 800 pixel, so I can say, okay, it should turn into the green, but green is going somewhere. So I will write the property first here. So it should take 200 pixel width. Yes, it is taking. It should take height auto. That is also possible. All the properties are correct. Line height of 40 pixel, width, whatever properties we have given is correct up to the my knowledge. Okay, then why it is not taking? So these two properties I have declared. When my browser window is, I mean, screen size is higher than 1100 pixel, it will take background color yellow. Otherwise, it will be brown. It is not taking background color for the green. Okay, for the green one. Means for this property. So I have declared here max width of 800 pixel. Yes, everything it should take, and height of 80 pixel it should not take. It should take height auto. Okay, and width of 200 pixel it should cover. Then line height of 40 pixel for the screen size less than 500 pixel. Okay, it is not taking background color for less than that property, but it will take the color for higher than that. and it should take as it was taking earlier. Yes, so height, I mean, these two colors are not taking because we have declared a height as a 2. Instead of that, what I will do, I will set height of 800 pixel. Randomly, I am taking the height, okay. And for this also, I will take height of 500 pixel. I will change this to 30 pixel, and for 800 pixel width, I will change this to line height to the 50 pixels so that it should take some space. And now if I change the screen size, if it is less than 500 pixel, my background color will be blue. If it is greater than 500 pixel, until 800 pixel, it will be a green. And when my screen sizes goes above 800 pixel, here you can see that it will change the navbar design, I mean vertical navbar to horizontal navbar. And if my screen size is greater than 1100 pixel, background color will be low. This is how MediaQuery we can use. But remember one point, if you have to declare the multiple breakpoints, you can either use mean width or either use max width. But whenever you use max width, make sure that you define the first MediaQuery for maximum width, then less than that maximum width, and then for lesser width. If you use, or I will write the demonstrate here. I mean, when you have to use the max query, you should, I mean, just for understanding purpose, I will say first write the MediaQuery for 1100 pixel, then write the MediaQuery for 800 pixel. Okay, and later on you can write the MediaQuery for 500 pixel. So this is what the necessary thing. But whenever you use the mean width, exactly opposite, you have to go. First, you have to write the MediaQuery for lesser width. Later on, you have to write the MediaQuery for higher than that width, and for at last for maximum width. So this is what the very important point. When we use max width, we should decrease. I mean, we should write the MediaQuery in decreasing width size. But when we use the mean width, we should write the MediaQuery in with increasing width size. Then and then only your properties will work. Otherwise, your properties will not work. So first thing, we have seen CSS for responsive navbar. We have that seen. So in my next video, I will discuss MediaQuery for div alignments and hiding the elements. So hiding elements is it's not a big challenge. Okay, let's say I will say class and I will say hide. Okay, and for the screen size, means when my screen size is less than this 1100 or less than 800 pixel, my element should get hided. What element should get hided? I will say hide element should not be displayed. So I will say display none, and your element will be hided from your navbar. So here you can see that screen size is larger than 1100 pixel. That's why this yellow color is reflecting screen size is changed, or it is lesser than 1100 pixel. Now when my screen size is lesser than 800 pixel, you can see that that element is getting hidden, right? Means CSS is not reflecting here. This is what we can do, or we can say what we can say. Yes, so we can say that we can use the MediaQuery for hiding an elements on a specific screen size. And for the div alignment, I will discuss in the next video. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a nice day. Have a great learning.